All right, coming up next, it's a UFC lightweight division bout. This guy has truly made the takedown a thing of beauty in mixed martial arts. With respect to yourself and George St. Pierre and the truly great takedown artists, this guy's closing the gap and entering that company in the eyes of men.
Oh, absolutely, because he's done such a great job of timing takedowns. I haven't seen anyone so good at slipping a jab into a takedown since George St. Pierre. Right. He does a phenomenal job of getting from step one to step two before his opponent even realizes now he's in on my leg. And if they do get their hit back, immediately he's up into a foot sweep, or a headlock, or an inside trip. It's just so many different ways for him to get you to the floor that he will throw every single one at you every single time.
And a lot of fighters talk about that wrestling maintenance and how hard it is, right, over the course of a career to continue to drill those things. He talks a lot about that, and that's why he's continued to realize success here in the UFC. Well, DC, this is a true mixed martial artist of the highest order. You've watched the film. Hard for me to see much in terms of glaring weaknesses, and he believes he can react to anything that is thrown his way inside that arm.
It's unbelievable because whenever you're trying to prepare for someone, you look for weaknesses. But when you watch this guy, nothing jumps off the page. When you think I have to go wrestle him, you realize very quickly that not only can he defend takedowns, he can also go and secure them himself. He's that new breed of fighter that has been doing every discipline from the very start of his career. You know you're looking at a guy that will contend for a championship.
And if our fighter meeting on Thursday is any indication, confidence, not an issue for this young man coming in here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 14 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Alexander the Great Hernandez! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 29 wins, 13 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Fontana, California, Bobby King Green! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
So Dan Murgliata shares the cage. You ready? You ready? All right, so the fight is underway. We will see how it plays out. It's a pick'em fight, of course, in Las Vegas, and really hard to think of a weakness that we have seen on film from either guys in their UFC careers thus far.
I feel like both of these guys are the top of the food chain. They're the best of the best that we could put inside the octagon. They are so well-rounded. They have every skill, and that is going to be on display tonight in this key matchup.
Timing his shots pretty well here early, DC.
He's doing a great job of mixing things up, keeping busy, being very active.
Punch is blocked.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back in range.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. And they separate. Wow, that right punch has been the money weapon for him tonight, and he landed it again there.
If his opponent does not change something, he will continue to throw the strike until he makes him stop throwing.
Ooh, he landed a huge hook there.
Boom! Big jab.
Oh, he lands a huge right hand. Oh! Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, and he lands a punch there. Good connection by him on that.
Great connect, so fast, so accurate. And watch the ability to land anywhere.
Spinning back fist. Switching stances here. Single collar tie now. He blocks the punch. Lands flush with that right hand. Just over 2 minutes now to go.
caught the kick.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Alexander Hernandez. Oh, right punch followed by a left there by Green.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard.
What a takedown.
Single leg takedown is good. 1 minute. All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loved, I mean, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back, you need to be up on an elbow,
right.
You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the mat. Ooh, what a punch.
Just missed with the left there.
Great one on strikes.
Listen, I need you to stay a little bit more active, a little bit more moving. Keep that head moving. I need you to get behind that jab.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in there.
And it's not always gonna be. When you have two very talented fighters, sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number 1. Good stick.
Changes his stance. You'll see a lot of this from this fighter. All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean, if you're gonna sit there at the drive-thru, order a combination, take the soda with your food, give him the right hand behind the jab, give him the hook behind the right hand. Jab, right hand, hook, that's 2 pieces of chicken and a biscuit. Finish him off with the uppercut. Oh,
And a nice job to stick with it there to complete the takedown.
now the guy's got armbar, he's attacking it on him. Attacking armbar.
Slam to get him to the canvas. His opponent was working on an armbar, and he beautifully lifted him up and got him to the canvas. Well done there. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Green.
Now into his mount.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
And now he has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look from the transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is, he's moving to the finisher position. Now watch, he goes parallel right next to his opponent. When it's time to finish, he has to go flat.
Nicely done. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Obvious redness on the right side of his body. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position.
Oh, going for the armbar now. That might be tight.
Gotta be careful, armbar.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this this fight, folks. You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally, probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
All right, pretty good back and forth action in the previous 2 rounds. Your expectations here as this next round gets underway?
I expect the action to really pick up now. These guys have to lay it on the line as we start to approach the end of the fight.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. That punch no good. Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move.
And that left hook landed on the button. Oh, collar tie.
His opponent's got him in the clinch. He needs to break away and get back to his range because he's taking punch after punch from his clinch position. Big kick lands.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? All right, Muay Thai clinch. A lot of elbows and knees could be coming from here. We'll see how he chooses to attack.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous position, but an advantageous one for the offensive fighter. Watch for the defensive guy to try to break this immediately.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight.
Fantastic timing on that beautiful takedown. Oh, nice.
Oh, what a beautiful counter to the guillotine there. Gets side mount, and now maybe the Von Flue choke will be there. Oven St. Preux has got to like that transition there. And that will do it.
Oh, what a fight.
Yeah, great job executing the submission in that fight. Really strong work. You can see the years of repetitions in the gym to set it up and ultimately get the tap there. Great technique to set up the finish. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 1 second of the 3rd round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Alexander the Great Hernandez.
All right, so there he is, all smiles and rightfully so after he gets the job done by submission tonight. You told me off the air before the fight that he was going to submit him, and that's exactly what happened, man.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. And his opponent is known to lay in the guard. He made him pay for it tonight, got the submission victory.